Our essay offers an object-oriented exploration of contemporary Appalachian writer Ron Rash, award-winning novel Serena from 2008, focusing on undead reverberations of objects and ecologies that haunt Rash's narrative vis-a-vis William Shakespeare's Macbeth, about 1606. Setting forth a multitude of elusive reverberations with Macbeth, the novel keys on the machinations of a 1930s timber baroness, Serena, who lays waste to the landscape and inhabitants of the western North Carolina mountains just before the federally mandated establishment of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in the region. Connections between the two texts are rife. Yet the novel's elusiveness occludes one-to-one correspondences and instead responds to a swarm of past voices that reemerge as unruly shades driving and disrupting the present.
As our readings of the operational flows of natural objects in Macbeth and Serena make clear, while machines mostly function together smoothly, they can also operate in tension and in conflict. Macbeth and Serena come close to recognizing the influence of other agents or machines in their flows of production. The production of temporal power in the case of Macbeth, and the production of capital in the case of Serena. Dan Turner will talk about the ways in which Serena's intentionality is dismantled by the Appalachian surround, by trees that turn rogue, and by nature more generally that operates against the linear progress designed by the human entrepreneurial machines at work in the world of the novel. I'll concentrate on Macbeth and on the dismantlement of human ambition by a fiercely unstoppable and more dangerously indecipherable nature. I'll trace the transmogrification of autopoietic machines, humans, animals, trees, that, affected by the actions of allopoietic machines, of spells, for example, turn rogue. They turn rogue because they blur the lines of division between the animate and inanimate worlds, starkly revealing to us what anthropocentric ambition strives to conceal. The king's promise of autopoietic economic futurity stems from his tacit recognition of the anthropocentric desire for both difference and increase in reward, whereas Serena's reliance on the simple repetition of a finite reward stems from her anthropocentric reduction of the animal's desire. Put differently, Duncan understands Macbeth as a complex machine that must continually be appeased because it can never fully be trained, while Serena sees the eagle as a simple one, trained by her exclusively to meet her requirements. On the other hand, the king acts on his need to confine the soldier's power by rendering it a function that is virtuous only as long as it propagates a normative monarchic ideology founded on lineage. In other words, on the basic reproductive function of the autopoietic machine that is the king.
Reciprocity between human and ahuman elements is expressed in the immediate responsivity between Dunbar's axe-striking live wood and the coincident impact of the dead limb that human effort has unloosed from its autopoietic system as part of the sycamore and rerouted as an allopoietic intrusion into the human organization of the work crew. The sycamore limb enacts a kind of jump-cut crucifixion and descends rapid-fire ex alto, as if a judgment of God or gods like a stalled lightning bolt. Dunbar's body moves with the eerie momentum of the undead and assumes, beyond his outstripped will, the attitude of prayer. His near-dead corpse is filled with a life not its own, as his form, darkly transfigured into a human non-human hybrid, is slowly, almost reverently lifted to a kneeling position. His eyes notably are not bent toward heaven, but to the ecological surround of the woods, to the world in all its obstinate materiality, a shocking tableau mourant, fashioned with and by the vibrant material of the forest. He is one with nature.